situation? You know it? Okay, what happened with confidence? If you have confidence, what's going to happen? What's going to happen?
It can carry you through the world.
It takes you through the world. That means you fail before you start. But with confidence, you would have won. Right? The race in life. You understand? So confidence is going to take you through. And that's how Marcus Garvey developed the element of confidence when he got stuck in the grave. He figured a way out. Now you have to figure a way out of how to perform. And in doing that, you also have to get people around you. Have people around you that's not necessarily better than you, but work with confidence and work with lifting you out of your situation. Be it you're a child or an adult, we all need that. You have to have strong people around you to definitely pave your way through this life. So with that snap of what Marcus Garvey confidence entails, I hope you all go life and have confidence. Okay? Let's listen to some drumming in the process. Yeah.
Love and respect everybody who joined in.
Yes, that's an element of Africanism, and one of our greatest stalwart, Marcus Garvey. Now, give credence to your ancestors. Ubuntu, I, and you know the word that we open with. What was it? Oh no, it all means the same. I am what you are what I am. We are family. Keep it together.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time. All right, guess what? For those of you who participated, I got a gift for you. And you see, all of the other one them come here, sir. Come here, sir. All of the other one them come and then them take off.
Yeah, man, them
right? But one of you, I will get the first tablet. One of you right here, sir.
Oh, me? Hold on.
Yes, the first tablet.
Hold on.
Hold on, go.
Hold on, what type of tablet is it?
Bring that one to me. Put that back there.
Can we have that back? What type of tablet is it? I know Panada.
No, not Panada. I know fencing.
I know Advent. A real Panada.
Real tablet. Hold on there.
That up
But
Panada.
you go at the bones. You go back at the bone sauce. You don't hear about Marcus Garvey and all of a sudden.
Hold on.
Yeah. You go back the bones.
You know what happened? All of them right.
All right. I want to ask, who did I listen? All right. When I did the hold on. Mr. Go back at the bones sauce. Go and go bounce, man. Go and go jump and sweat. All right. Who was the, all right, if you were here when I came on the stage, just now, put on my hand, everybody put on my hand. If you were here when I just came on the stage, raise your hand. If you look on the light side. Me know who never did it. Who never did.
Me know who did it.
You worse than never did it.
Me know who did it.
All right.
You were here? You sure? Yesterday you were here? Today or tomorrow? Which one? Oh, today.
All right. You were here, we know that. You did there? Him did there with you? You were here? He said yes, no. He said yes.
Hey,
Is it yes?
She's an honest person trying to tell lie.
She said yes.
She's a very honest lady want to tell lie.
All right. So, let me ask you a question. Since I know you were here and you were here. So, I'm gonna, you were here too? No, I don't know about me too.
Who tree?
You were here too?
Who tree?
She was here too?
She tree.
All right. So, here's the deal. One of you have to get it though. I'm only give you one right now. I'm going to have a next one for the next segment. So, you guys have to pay attention. I fully want to know, but you don't have to pay attention. So, here's the question. All right. What work did Marcus Garvey's father do? All right, your hand was up. Hold on.
He was a person who dig graves.
All right. Anybody else want to take a shot?
Another try.
All right.
Another try. Yeah, another try. You sure? You were listening enough. Go again.
All right. What?
All right, somebody else then.
Break it down a little bit more. Okay, now answer the next question. Are you alone and ask? How did Marcus Garvey's father taught him resilience? He did something specifically based on the presentation that just left.
He pulled up the ladder and left Marcus Garvey in the grave.
And what did that taught him?
It taught him how to think out of the box.
Is she correct?
Resilience.
Yes, we are that.
Lovely.
Is she correct?
We agree.
You guys agree with her? Who said no?
The tablets.
No, you really
Hold on. You deserve a tablet.
Daniel.
Talk down.
Really? Ask Daniel.
You think she deserves a tablet?
Say it with your chest.
She deserves it.
All right. What's your name, young lady?
Amelia Francis.
Come on the stage, Amelia. Bring her in, Amelia. Come up on the stage.
Clap, Amelia, man. And somebody will be clapping you next, you know. Clap, man. Clap, Amelia. Clap, Amelia.
Tablet, all right?
Yeah, man.
But have to pay attention. We have to pay attention.
All right.
All right. Congratulations, Amelia. Enjoy. And you're the first one to get the tablet. Everybody take a picture, Amelia. Hey, pick up yourself, Jamaica walk, boy. All right. So, Amelia, congratulations. And keep learning your civics. So, what personal lesson are you going to take from that story of Marcus Garvey about resiliency?
The lesson that I learned is that you're supposed to never give up and have faith in God.
All right. Congratulations,
Look
Amelia.
up, man.
And enjoy your tablet.
Look up,
all right?
man. Somebody gonna clap on the next, you know. Well done, well done.
We have one more here where I stretch me hand. And we have a whole heap on the back. But Jamaica say later. Listen to the other presentation and leave it right as a phone. Yeah? Right as a man
It's a rest for you and all of you.
Pay attention. All right, at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be having our next present. And adults, may have gifts for them too. And may have give two of the adults and 2 tablets, all right?
What kind of tablet?
Fancy?
Extra strength?
Yeah, extra strength.
Extra strength.
And a little, and probably coated one too, so it's not really body and chest too much,
Okay.
all right?
All right,
Extra
so-
strength coated fancy.
So we have a tablet for them.
We have tablets.
Real tablet.
Real tablets. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. So, at this point, we are going to, we're going to bring the choir here. We have the children from Mandeville. They're getting ready to perform shortly. So the Mandeville children, big up on yourself for the time and come up. But at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring in a constitutional expert that has been going around working with the government of Jamaica, working in the community, trying to educate people on Jamaica becoming a republic, the path to being a republic. And ladies and gentlemen, he's coming on the stage. He has been traveling all over the world. I had the pleasure of meeting him in Washington, D.C. recently, well, sometime last year. This man made a compelling speech, Jamaica. about the Constitution and what we need to know as a republic, what we need to know as a people. How do we get there? And he's been working with the parliamentarians here in the country, trying to get them to understand that we need to cut ties with the monarch and become one independent country. And I think that's a brilliant thing. I think that's a wonderful thing. A long time the Rastaman them have said that, and its time has come. So ladies and gentlemen, at this time we're about to introduce on stage none other than Mr. Michael Kocho, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm telling you, Haile Michael, aka Kocho, as he comes to make his presentation on the Constitution. Salute and respect, my brethren. Maximum. Enjoy.
Akwaba, it's the bear yesterday. Greetings everyone, may God give you good health. We're giving thanks to our eternal Father for allowing the One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation to have this event, where we are able to make this presentation for the benefit of our beautiful country Jamaica, according to what He, our eternal Father, has determined to be done. The document is called We the People Proposed Constitution of the Republic of Jamaica. And if you look at the board there, you will get some more information of what it is about. We just want Mr. Music. Will you please play?
Turn off.
Constitution, change is what we need. Change is what we need. Jamaica needs to be free from the British monarchy. Constitution, change must let us be. Change must let us be free to elect who are to lead our beautiful country. Constitution, change must never see, change must never ever see any political appointee being head of state over we. Constitution, change must guarantee to we, the people you see, the country's sovereignty. Yeah, in a nutshell, musically, that's what it's about. Yes, people. Our eternal Father gave me this job from 2021, which July 26 was when I sent the first job to Parliament. 6 months after that, the Prime Minister formed the Ministry of Legal and Constitutional Affairs. All I asked was for them to sit with me to discuss this document. They have not done so, except that when the Constitutional Reform Committee was founded in 2023 March, they invited me in July that year to discuss it with them. But to me, it seems like if they're just patronizing me. Oh yes, you talk now, so you can shut up. There's no shutting up until this document is implemented. Because now, 3 years after January 2022, and having spent almost 3 billion Jamaican tax dollars on this process, the Prime Minister on April 13 this year said the dream of many of our people, of our country becoming a republic, has been dashed at the altar of PNP's selfishness. I put out a YouTube video which I told him that all of them in Parliament are to be blamed because they had the opportunity to sit, and they still have the opportunity to sit and look at this document article by article. 86 articles. It's based upon the United Nations Charter. It's based upon the Holy Bible. It is based upon the 1955 revised Constitution of Ethiopia written by Emperor Haile Selassie I. And they have rejected it. And now they have spent $3 billion of our dollars doing nothing because they have come to nothing. And we are still going. We have revised it 18 times. 18 times in almost 4 years. July coming makes 4 years. I said earlier, July 26, 2021, the official date of this document. However, I've been involved in this process from 1991. When I was just 31 years old, I was born in 1960. And I told the Constitutional Commissioner at that time, retired Justice James Carr, by letter, what we need to do is to abolish this 1962 document, write a new one based upon the Holy Bible, the United Nations Charter, and the Ethiopian Constitution. He said I should get him a copy of the Ethiopian Constitution, which I did. 2 weeks after I gave it to him, he resigned. And then about 2 months after, they disbanded the committee. But they use now the report of that committee to make this Constitutional Reform Committee program part of what they want to do to make it work. And they are still rejecting what the Emperor had done, what our Eternal Father has given me the insight to do, with the assistance of notable attorney at law, Gordon Robinson, who has given me much assistance with this document, and Anthony Gifford, at the University of West Indies Mona Law School. 5th public debate was held on this document. You can look at all of these things on YouTube. We have about 78 videos on it, and we are making another one for this event, and we have others. All right? So this is not a fly-by-night how we come up somebody looking something. This is about our Eternal Father giving us something for the benefit of our country. What is in this document? 86 articles. The first one says it abolishes everything that is not in keeping with it. It gives the sovereignty to the people of Jamaica. It names the Prime Minister the head of state. Why? Because there is a council of ministers. And that council of ministers are 10, including the office of the Prime Minister. So because he is in charge, that's how the head of state becomes the Prime Minister. Why do we need a president? Because everybody else has a president. What is the president connected to in this document? Nothing. The Prime Minister is connected to the ministry, the Council of Ministers. And there's a Deputy Prime Minister. Both of them are elected nationally every 4 years on fixed election date, the third Thursday in February, starting 2026. This document should have been implemented from Heroes Day 2021. They ignore it. So we put it back to 2022. They ignore it again. 2023, they still ignore it. 24. Now it comes 25 and they are ignoring it, talking about election. Election for what? I am saying we need 63 people to sign this document. They know. That is what is on the document. From July 26, 2021. I said all 63. Sign it because you are elected. In the Declaration of the Republic of Jamaica that says while we are doing this thing, it says that we, come here Jamaica, read the declaration for me please. Let me not talk off at the top of my head. Let Jamaics read this document for you. Just a moment people. He's going to read, Jamaica is going to read the Declaration of Republic of Jamaica according to this document. It starts, we the undersigned 63.
We the undersigned 63, duly elected representative of Jamaica, people of Jamaica, acting in the best interest of the citizens of Jamaica, whose desire it is to create a new and glorious history for ourselves and for future generations. simultaneously removing for all times every remnant of the brutality committed against our citizens of the past and present, the British monarchy or former colonizers from 1655 to 1962 and our former overseers from 1962 to now, evidenced by their inflicting upon us evil institution of slavery, slave trade and neo-colonialism administrations of government enforced by their 1738 article of pacification and other treaties made with the Maroons and their constitution of August 6, 1962, made with the rest of Jamaica, that are contrary to the third line of the national anthem that states, "Keep us free from evil powers." Do hereby abolish all those documents and instead therefore institute, establish and ordain this Constitution of the Republic of Jamaica that is effective onward from the 20th day of October in the year of our Lord 2025, or Independent Republic Day, by virtue of having been already established as our national.
Thank you very much, Jamaica. So that is the reason why we are having this document. That's the purpose of this document. There is no way we can say we are getting rid of the British monarchy and having our own way and we are maintaining the Privy Council. It is the Privy Council who in 1670 advised the King of England at that time, King Charles II, to go to Africa, to take out charters of people like John Hawkins to go to Africa to enslave people and work them out on plantations. My great-great-great-grandfather was one of them who was stolen from Africa and sold here in Jamaica as a slave. Okay? And almost everyone, including the Governor General right now, he is descended from a slave. There's no gainsaying and even butting about that. His color complexion show me that he is descended from a slave. So we cannot be upholding getting rid of the British monarchy and upholding at the same time the Privy Council, which advises them to do whatever they are doing. That is contrary. We have the Caribbean Court of Justice, which Jamaica helped to establish with finances, and we now have a Jamaican on the court. And we have the example of the Shanique Mary case, where she was ill-treated in Trinidad, took the case to the Caribbean Court of Justice. They sent their justices down here to Jamaica, and they got their information, went back and ruled in favor of Miss Mary because that was justice. So how can we be saying that the Caribbean Court of Justice is not good? Then how are England good? How is England good when England are enslaving us and still enslaving us? Alright, look at the Maroons now. Who mentioned the Maroons there? 1738, when the English, after they brutalized the Spanish and thieved the country from the Spanish, who thieved it already from the Taínos and the Africans who were down here. They made an agreement with the Maroons because they couldn't manage them, saying that, yes, you keep the mountains and we keep the plains, basically. And then 1962, they write this document and give to Jamaican people, which take away the Maroons land without the Maroons' consent. How they take it away? They put in it, say, okay, the laws that were there before still in play. So that means the 1738 treaty and the 1739 treaty still in play. But further down they said they divide up the whole country into 45 constituencies for the purpose of putting people in parliament, House of Representatives. Then how come they don't give Maroons any of that land? Any of that constituency? They take for the whole country and put it into 45 constituencies to run up and down with people to put into parliament and leave out the Maroons. So they take for the Maroon land without the Maroons realize that. When the Maroon realize that now, and I'm going to defend them thing it up. And this document, Article 12, speaks exclusively to the Maroon position, that they get back their land, that they get dedicated seat in parliament as indigenous people. How they become indigenous? The Taínos were here. And then Africa in the north came from Africa to visit and been visiting. When Columbus came, he saw people here. He knew that people were here because Africans up there tell them that people down here. And the followers come down here. And he come with brutality and take over the land. And people have to run there to save themselves. And they call them sirens, which means while anti-them run away and living in the mountains, which is the name they use to describe their runaway cattle. When the English came and see these people here, they call them sirens, and they can't manage to sit around and them Cimarron. And that is how the name comes for these people. But these people are indigenous people. It is known nationally and internationally. This document gives the Ministry of Land, Wood, Water, Housing and Infrastructure the right to develop and maintain a land policy that will abolish squatting by giving land and housing solutions to Jamaicans without any partiality. Now, how can you be a squatter in your own country? What is the UDC sitting down on all of these lands what they call crown land and not giving anybody any land? If you go over there, then bulldoze it down. You know why? Because the land belongs to the monarchy of England. It don't belong to it. The sovereignty is in the English monarchy, not we, the Jamaican people. This document gives us the sovereignty. It says that the Ministry of Trade and Industry must develop the industry of renewable energy. My good friend Dr. John Lennon, he has been doing some great work from 2015 and the government ignoring him concerning renewable energy. Every day we have sunshine, the place is so hot and now we have to stand up on something else. Because our eternal Father since March this year tell me must take off the shoes and walk barefoot in Jamaica. I want to check out the people and the quarterbacks that don't wear shoes. So we in a barefoot country. Because the people who represent Jamaica internationally legally, they don't wear shoes. So what we're talking about, and you're still up to this man who run out our office one in New Kingston, where we go down there to print something. Eh? And he don't even work there. But he's discriminating because I'm barefooted. If I come in here and I want class booty and jacket and tie, my mouth full of liar and a big gun for my waist to stick them up, he would have welcomed me and don't even know say that coming to him place. You understand? So we don't know them kind of foolishness. We've been here and done that. Alright? So anybody have a question to ask, we are ready to answer. Okay? Simple as that. You can come ask a question. Jamaica have a book here. You can ask questions if you want on your behalf, or you can come and we have some time here.
Alright, thank you, Haile culture. And he spoke about our heritage and our culture needed to be protected and preserved, and that is very much important. And the stigmatization of our original people, or people who feel like they need to be identified with our culture, is something that needs to stop. Is there anybody in the audience who would like to ask a question? I have many questions, but I want to make somebody in the audience be the first one to ask one. With a show of hands, anybody would like to ask Mr. Mikhail Kocher anything?
Yeah man, feel free to come up and ask. If it's for you or there's a mic coming out your way. Alright? This is about we, the people, and it's not about me. As I keep telling the Constitutional Reform Committee and everybody, it's not about me. Haile Mikhail Kocher want to be somebody. I'm already somebody. Father God made me who I am. And he put this into me to do it. And I have to do it. Alright? First question?
Yes, I want to. Testing. There you go. Alright, my first question to you, Mr. Kocher. My first question, and I know a lot of people would want to ask the same thing. What is a constitution? What is the importance of a constitution? Anybody know? What does the constitution mean? What is the importance of a constitution?
The constitution is the supreme law of the country. This is the law that can be changed according to certain provisions that are in it. But it is the main law that says how the rest of the laws are to be made and how the country is to be governed. That is what the Constitution is about. This Constitution, Article 86, says how this Constitution can be changed. Very simple process. The one that we have now it is so complicated that it seems it will never ever be changed. Only one way to change it, and it's to carry out this what I call a bloodless revolution. Just fling where the 1962 document and tell CRC that all the while, and write a brand new one based upon what is written in this document. Simple.
All right. Check. We got a question from Angela for you, Coach.
Hi, Pedro. Thank you for doing this. This is important. Have you been distributing these constitutions in the schools or libraries for kids to learn? Because, of course, I haven't heard about it in other parts of Jamaica. So have you had any system in place for that? I'm from Ochireas.
If thanks. I'm a center man myself.
Thank you,
Hospital, but grew up in St. Anne's where as I would say, I was conceived and spent my formative years in St. Anne's. So that's I used to live in Content Gardens, Ochireas, for about 15 years before I became an adult, and it's true out of the next. Alright, to deal with your question. Over 70 lawyers and law firms, almost every journalist in Jamaica, every media house in Jamaica, almost 15 civil society organizations, plus thousands by now of Jamaicans have had various copies of this document. I have sent it out to WhatsApp, email. What I do, I go through the telephone directory and I find the names of all of these people, business places, and I send them the document. I go through the newspaper, find the journalists who write articles, and I send them the document. They're all backing off. Because this is a bloodless revolution, but it calls for a mentally emancipated way of thinking. And these people, most of them, thinking like they are English people. Oh, we have to follow the rule of law. That is what Minister Malawi Ford has told me many times. If I'm saying we are dealing with the law, we have to follow the rule of law to change the constitution according to what English put it. What is the rule of law that English follow? Piracy, pillage, and plunder. That is what they do. Them come down here. Right there? Admiral Penn and General Venables, they went to Haiti at the instruction of the King Charles II of England to come down here. Well, sorry, rather, Oliver Cromwell, Lord Protector, to come down here and capture land. When he come to Hispaniola, the French beat him off in runway. The two of them take ship and sail them and land up in Jamaica. When they come, the Spanish didn't fortify Jamaica so well. So for 5 years they fight the Spanish until they capture Jamaica. What kind of law that we must follow? Eh? Law that keep us in slavery up to 1838. Imagine this. From 1494 till 1834, we've been slaves. And then all of a sudden we become apprentices. And we must work for 4 years to free as apprentice. Eh? What kind of deviousness is that? So sister, in Westmoreland, I've applied to all the high schools to discuss this with their sixth form students. None of them have responded. It's a situation where people seem to be afraid. Right now, I'm campaigning for the seat in Westmoreland Eastern and telling the people, okay, since these 63 won't sign, elect me and I will sign. It only takes one enough. The sister said, thanks for doing this. If I didn't do this, Father God would give me a big beating. Because He prepared me for this and there's nothing that will stop me from doing it. Okay? We can provide the resources. What I can ask you to do, look at the Facebook page, read the People Republic JA. You can download the document, send it down to all you feel like sending it down. Discuss it in your groups. You can get it.
You also have information in the back here. They can
information is there on the board. You will get the information as well. Alright?
Thank you.
Another question?
Thank you. We have a young person here to ask a question. And as Marcus Garvey said, justice is greater than the law. Because if there was no justice in the law wouldn't make any sense. Young one, come through.
Thanks very much.
Hello. What's your reviews on Maroon Town having their own prime minister? Maroon Town having their own prime minister.
The Baron?
The Maroon Town having their own.
Give her an Andaman, please and thank you.
The question about the Maroons having their own prime minister. According to this document that we have here, we have one country. The Maroons, as indigenous people, according to this document, are guaranteed the lands that were given to them from such time without them having to pay taxes. Because of that, this document has abolished land taxes. That is a platform of the United Independence Congress, which I found out after I have made the adjustment. We, according to this document, have put forward the new motto for the country to be one people, not out of many, one people. So, the Maroons having exclusive seats in Parliament, having their land, are now a part of Jamaica, fully a part of Jamaica, under this document. I have repeatedly said to the Maroon community at various locations in the island and at various events, what you need to do is to sit together as leaders, look at this document, see what is good for your community, how we can adjust it to make it better. I have had dialogue with Maroon leaders who gave me information which I have put in this, which notable lawyer has verified that is correct. So the Maroons and us are not in conflict. Anybody in conflict with Maroon, they're in conflict with themselves. Simple argument. Furthermore, yes, the treaties that the British made with the Maroons, the subdivide and rule thing, which caused the Maroons and some of them to go out and capture runaway slaves and bring them back. Many people have asked the Maroons for that. But there's a little lady, a little woman in Charlestown, Westmoreland, Portland, who is a very big woman in my eyes. She's about this height. She is Paramount Chieftainess Gamang Gloria Mama G. Sims, Queen of the Maroons and leader of the Maroon Indigenous Women's Group. She made an apology around 2018 where she said we have to take full responsibility on behalf of our ancestors. And we feel the hurt of what some of them did. Marcus Garvey's father was a Maroon, a full-blooded Maroon, and he was opposed to what some of them did. Now, I accept that apology. We have that video on YouTube as well. Anybody don't want to accept it, you're in a big problem. Because if a man step on your toe and tell us sorry, what more you want? Why you never move your foot and don't step on your toe? Furthermore, one of the things I was told of history concerning the Maroons, what they would say treachery, is this. The English soldiers used to encourage slaves to run away to the Maroons to find out where their camps are and come back and tell them so they can come and attack the Maroons. That's what the English used to do. So how could the Maroons trust the people on this plantation? When some of them come up there and find out where they are, eat and drink and then come back and tell the soldier, and soldier come up there, they have to run away again. So you see the divide and rule thing what the English carry up. So my sister, excuse me. For the Maroons within their group to have who they call their president, it's okay. To call him the prime minister, it's okay. The Methodist Church, them have their leaders. The Rastafarian groups, them have their leaders. Everybody in them one little thing, the PTA, them have the president of Arden or wherever. But when it comes on the national stage, we have one prime minister, according to this document, who is elected nationally on fixed election day, and he serves for 4 years with his deputy. He appoints the Council of Ministers, 9 other ministers and 9 deputy ministers from anywhere in Jamaica, as long as the Minister of Finance is a member of the House of Representatives. 10% of the electorate can move them by sending a petition to the Supreme Court. If the Supreme Court opposes it, then we oust him and elect another Prime Minister. The same goes for the senators and the representatives of the people. This document abolishes local government. That is duplicity and waste of money and waste of time. You go to the council and say, council, where? Oh, not to wait for the MP. Wait for which MP? The council is elected to certain amount of work and responsibility. Wait for which MP? But instead of wasting money and with time and collect big perks. So we get rid of them. We have 125 representatives of the people in the House of Representatives according to this document, and 43 senators shared among the 3 counties. All of them elected on fixed election day. You need to get a copy of the document, people. I hope I answer your question. I hope I answer your question.
Thank you, Haile Mikhail Kocho.
Yes.
We're learning about our constitution. Thank you ever so much for being here.
All right, thank you, Kocho. All right, we have to get you back later on in the program. So I know you're coming back for a part 2. So save some of those questions for Kojo. He'll be coming back in the afternoon session. So thank you so much for your presentation, sir.
Hey, me have a tablet, you know.
All right, you have a tablet?
Yeah,
okay.
Man,
all right. So I want to, no, we take care of this, man. We take care of that. Don't worry about it. All right. I have 2 sets of money in my hand. These are some Jamaica, Bank of Jamaica money. These were the first set of money in Jamaica. All right, I want you to, no, you asked a good question. What's your name? What's your name? Shamara. Come up here on the stage.
Come up, man.
Come make Shamara shine.
Give her a hand, no, man. Give her a hand. Yeah.
Well, you never see the money here yet. All right, so we got 2 questions. Jamaica's got 1 for you. And if you win my question and theme question, then you get a tablet, all right? Okay, read what's in my hand. What does it say? No, man, give me a better description, man. Describe the money we are looking for.
Alright, Bank of Jamaica, 1 for 1 time.
All right, how to picture that? It look like Nanny. It look like Nanny. It look like Nanny there on it. She look like Nanny. Yo, Shamara, let me down. This look like Nanny. Look at this.
Hey,
baby, look at this. Zoom in on that.
Never take the
Who this
tablet
look
for
like?
myself. Never take the tablet for myself, you know.
What does it look like? What look like?
Hey, she right, you don't know how we know.
Well,
She pull it for Charlie in the present. She pull it for Charlie.
so then 2 money here have on the same person.
The Queen.
You see? You see?
Hey, me have 1 more question for Shabbat.
So,
England.
yeah, you think so? All right. So my question for you, look at the money here. I'm going to ask you, who was the active governor of Jamaica based on the signature you can see? Hold the money, I get 30 seconds to examine it, and she's going to tell me.
10.
But listen me. You remember that little game away here? Pound, shilling, and? Because she have no? And it don't pour, no, hold on. No, pound, shilling, and? The cow jump over there. And lit down poor Miss Nancy because she have no.
The young.
Okay, you know it.
Very young.
I got pound, shilling, and pence. The cow jump over the fence and lit down poor Miss Nancy because she have no sense. No sense. No sense. Pound, shilling, and. Alright. Alright, you ready for me now? You ready for win a tablet? How much money in your hand?
1 heap of money. 1 heap of money.
Kiss me, Pitney, you're gonna make a tablet pass you?
Why a long time?
No, I want somebody else.
Who else wants to with me?
Hold on, you give her a chance? This is a question. Give me the money, give me the money, give me the money.
They not get no money. But they might
Say,
get
look on the money. How much this say?
£1.
How much this say?
10 shilling.
Oh, so pound, shilling, and? Me just a sing the song, you know? Well, you want to get it back to me. History money, them, you know? A civics right talk about, you know? Show the camera, show the camera. Civics we are talking about. Give her the question.
Come up here, come up here. Right, ladies.
You just want there and
Go on there or something, man.
You just want there and talking.
We love the question.
Oh, you get so much chance.
This is £1, and this is 10
When the
shillings.
children from Mandela are ready
But
to
this
sing
will
the
be
children
like,
from Mandela, we're ready for you. The children from Mandela, get ready.
Alright, ready, we want to answer a question. President, we want your tablet.
Alright, my girl, last chance.
We have two questions. You have two chances. Alright? Step forward first. Bright and brilliant.
Ready.
The question is, when did Jamaica gain emancipation?
You better know that one. Alright.
Hold on there. When did Jamaica gain emancipation?
Independence, I talk about but emancipation, the man said.
You think? You want somebody tell you?
Chat GPT, my girl, how you mean?
Alright. She's thinking.
Me, I
She
watch
has go
you.
back into the brain
Me,
box.
I watch you.
She has go back into the brain
Me,
box.
I watch the two of them. And the two of them.
The year. Alright, come again.
Yeah, man.
Come on, skip.
Me, I watch it like that.
Skip.
Me, I watch it like that.
Hold on. Me, let's skip to again.
It's
You
my
ready?
car, you understand what is this? Somebody call me? What you say,
Hold on. Alright, come again. Somebody want to help her?
yes.
Somebody want to help her?
Who want help her? You want help her?
Who want to help her? Somebody
You want
there.
help her? Come on, and help her.
Somebody have to help you. Hey, you have to use the tablet Monday, Tuesday, and then if you get it, she have to use it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Boy, your foot
Sound good?
culture, you come up here with culture style, listen.
Hey,
You're really a
a heritage woman, you know.
Hold on, you don't have.
A heritage woman, you know.
You good too. Alright.
1 second.
You want to answer the question?
Ready? Step forward, bright and beautiful. Alright, Jamaica gained emancipation in what year? You're helping out a friend, a fellow Jamaican. Tell me now.
1982.
Good try, but we got little before that. Little before that, way before that. Alright, somebody tell her she download it from Google. Which one? From the Play Store? From the Play Store and App Store. Step forward. She get bright now, you know.
What's the name?
She take a couple seconds and get bright after. Alright. Which year did Jamaica gain emancipation? One more time. Try. Listen. We are pick on somebody.
We have to find somebody else.
Yes.
Good try. We're not giving a tablet today.
Hey,
We're not giving
give her applause, everyone. Alright, so I'm bright young lady. Come up and come tell me.
Alright. How much you got sent out for her? How much you got sent out for her?
Just one.
Just
one. Yeah, man.
And the same one?
The same one.
If she don't get it,
We have to learn this today.
And you know that question of my
Shamara, good try now. Hey, Shamara, good try now.
Shamara.
Yeah, man. Guess what? Yeah, man, don't worry yourself. Guess what?
We have more.
Go
We have
on the
more
Play
time.
Store and go download it. We'll talk later. So again,
And the rest of man say, culture say it down.
alright, we'll go again. Alright? So let us ask the question to her again.
What my money then?
Which year did Jamaica gain emancipation?
1838.
Say it with your chest.
1838.
Say it with your chest.
1838.
You hear that? You right? Jamaican people, you right? 1838. Lovely man.
What's the name?
Yelling white.
Brilliant.
Good job.
So, again, Jamaica gained in the
My girl,
emancipation
hello.
1838.
Yeah.
We got you, man. Don't worry yourself.
You're right, so. Hey, for me.
We're good, man.
Listen to the eye there. Me have one for you, and you're going so. Wait till your time come. Just follow the thing, now, man. Let's work with the thing, man. I want to bring it back in. Alright. So. Alright, come on. We'll get a photo with the winner. Thank you so much. Appreciate love it.
Hey, let me tell you, man, we're learning from each other, you know.
So-
We just remind each other about these things. Go ahead, President.
Are you ready for the picture? Alright, ready? Jeffrey Tavares, big up yourself.
Big up.
Big up.
Make we talk.
Fabian, around the place, walking by. All right, so we're going to continue the program. Where the children from Mandeville? I don't see them yet. The children, oh, they're ready. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a presentation going on to our founding president, Mr. Wilfred Rattigan. So we have these children about to do a presentation for Mr. Ratti before we see him. So come on, children. And give it up. DJ, you gotta come in. You gotta take each other. See everything. See everything. See everything. See everything. See everything. See everything. Alright, watch that. I'm going to say, up at the left place, I'm going to say, up at the Ranny. I'm going to say, Ranny Williams still with it. I'm going to say, up in the place, watch that. I'm going to say, I see this time, I see this time, I see this guy, I'm numb. I see this time, I see this time, I see this guy, I'm numb. We come to see this from the Ranny Williams. I'm going to say, I see this time, I see this guy, I'm numb. The only see this time, let me tell you about it. Jamaica get independence in. Yeah, we still in the blanks, man. Sure. Alright.
I'm going to talk about that side.
Alright. You remember what kind of Fabian put over there? Ladies and gentlemen, you're in tune for a special presentation.
Give them a round of applause.
For the children.
When kids look at them bright and beautiful, man. Hey, look at them.
Run the rhythm, see you when nobody stop the rhythm till the children ready. Hey, and me say DJ, and me say DJ Dr. Love, and me say Dr. Love in the place and him, Dr. Love on the rhythm and
hey, we find an Nanny. Right here we find an Nanny. We find an Nanny right. When I need it, get the DJ on the rhythm. What on, Dr. Love. Hey. What's your name?
Ambience.
Say it with your chest.
Ambience.
Jesus Christ, you're powerful. You're powerful, man.
All right, teacher, tell us how you want to share the mic. We have 2 mics. They're going to sing now. The poem come later. All right, poem and later singing now. Who are the lead singing? Who you want to give them? Who want the mic?
No. Nobody.
Oh, action. All right, them can't do. Everybody, me and Jamaica are going to hold the mic on the both side. They're going to sing, but they're going to do some action so them can't hold the mic. I don't have a mic stand. Anyway, children, over to you. Watch your instructions from down there so you can perform well. Daniel, big up yourself. You did a great job.
Hey.
All right, we're going to bring you back later
We're
on.
gonna-
You got a question for them?
Later on, we have
All
a
right,
whole
thank
heap of
you so
things
much,
again.
guys.
But I want to ask them, ask this one a little question right here. Hey,
All right.
you're so beautiful and brave and smart. Continue to do great. I'm going to ask you one thing. What makes you very happy?
My mother, my sister, and my brother, all them things.
Oh, lovely man. Give it up for... Give me a hug. People, this is what we are talking about. Our youths are bright, beautiful and smart. We have to hold them, treat them properly, protect them and ensure that they become the great of our society. We love for you them. We love for you them.
Thank you very much.
And we'll be back. Thank you, kids. We'll be back. I mean, lovely mandible going with things and all that. Go ahead.
Hey.
God is. Give me the ring.
Who can be against me? Hey, when you turn on the headphone, me not sound good.
Alright. Watch that now.
Hey, try me again, you know.
A freestyle time again?
Yeah.
Alright. You never know. Never show them say, oh, little louder. Watch it now. I'm a just to me see enough for them vex with so me change my ways. When me baptize me now put the figure beard. I got me go for worship, I give me go for praise. I give them all the thanks for eternal days. Enough of them vex when say me and change and flex. The careless living in done did reject. They live it by the spirit and not by the flesh. And Jesus me praise cause I came at the best and the north and the south and down in the west. Come down Jamaica and tell them yes.
Me not have nothing to say. I got it now. He say, hey.
Baby, and only my toy in your hand.
Real. God is so real to me. I love him because he gives us the victory.
Oh, we go.
Still they without him, but I just can't do without him.
Sing it.
And that is why I love God so. He's so real to me. Listen, I'm gonna lay down my burden. Travel by the riverside.
Sing.
Travel by the Ezo.
Hey, look, come here, guys. Let's make a something.
Lord have mercy.
Hey.
He got the whole world in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hand. He got the whole wide world in his hand. He got the whole world in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hand. But what's that? He got the what's going on? He's got the whole land in his hand. 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 And if you come from Portland, come from Portland, me say raise your hand. Anybody else who come from Portland, raise your hand. If you come from Portland, raise your hand. If you come from Portland, raise your hand. If you come, what's now? If you come from St. Mary, sing with me. If you come from St. Mary, we're with me, okay? We don't have nobody from St. Mary. We are gonna drive and go down and watch it. If you come from St. Anne's, we're with me. If you come from St. Anne's, we're with me. Big up St. Anne's, car on plenty. We drive like a more till we reach Chilani. If you come from Chilani, we're with me. We're with me. If you're from Chilani, we will drive like a more. Go down and St. James, and down and St. James. They don't say a place, yeah, but down and Germany. Ready now. They got the whole world. In a man, you got the whole land. Somebody say in a man, you got the whole land. We'll not be scammed. The whole world in a man. And if you come from St. James, just wave with me. We not talk about mobile. Because mobile as Cameron capital. If we are trying with my girl, come here, picture me. Blandy.
We can sing peace.
We got the whole. Sing peace.
Hey, do this. Amazing grace. Shine on where you speak, my song of praise.
Yes.
For it was grace that brought my liberty. I never know it's all my need. Yeah, I shall forever lift my eyes to Calvary, to view the cross where my Jesus died for me. Yeah, how wonderful the grace beyond my falling soul. You know, music and so my need. You know what God is saying? Listen. Real. God is so real to me. I love it because He gives us something so many sister, many people doubt Him, but I can't do without Him. That is why I love Him so. He's so real to me. Sing out, Lord, I thank You for today. Oh Lord, I thank You for today. In my life, You have control with grace and mercy. Fill my soul, yes, Lord. I thank You for today.
I want to know.
Call upon Him, call upon Him, because Jesus Christ
Mr. Drop it again. And Mr. Drop it again. Yeah, you're starting to drop it again. And Mr. Drop it again.
I thank You for today. Oh Lord, I thank You for today. In my life, You have control with grace and mercy. Fill my soul, yes, Lord. I thank You for today. I have no guarantee to see the light of day. For this I thank You, Lord, and sing You songs of praise. But the end of my day and night, a weary head I lay. You carried me through the night. For this I'm so amazed. You furnished me with love to give, not to hold. You provided my daily bread and never once withhold. You covered me with rain. How could I refrain from praising You daily, Lord, calling on Your name? Lord, I thank You for today. Oh Lord, I thank You for today. In my life, You have control with grace and mercy. Fill my soul, yes, Lord. I thank You for today. Call upon Him, Jesus Christ, are Your King. Hey, call upon Him, Jesus Christ, are Your King. Christ nice, Christ nice, Christ nice, Christ nice, Christ nice, Christ nice, nice. We can talk to them again. Yeah, let me sing one more. Listen. 'Cause if You only knew the blessings that God brings, You will never stay away. 'Cause if You only see the table spread with lovely things, You will come to church today. 'Cause when the door is open wide and my garden is eager, there is nothing you have to say. You be wise and step inside. And if you don't even feel like oh, don't you go and throw your dollar away. Gee, we can't say some. Listen. God bless the day I found You.
Yes, sir.
I want to stay around You and forever, yeah. Just let it be. Listen, don't separate for someone if you must cling to someone. Now and forever, yeah. Just let it. We can sing one song. sir. You say you love me, baby, and we should have been together. With you just to drive me crazy. Later on in our show, we're going to some truth.
Ladies and gentlemen, pick up yourself here and subscribe to his YouTube channel. Jamaica Walk By, the biggest, baddest, not tell you, #1 YouTube station. You gotta tune into it. No more than already subscribed, but you have to go search him and go to some exotic places. I'm gonna tell you, I'm the general. And not only that, a big singer. No, don't do good. You do good. I tell you. All right, so.
Hold on, before you say anything. You see, I'm going to tell.
What's up for them? You can get one more for it?
I have one more.
All right, get one more.
What a mighty God we serve. What a mighty God we serve.
How we go?
Angels bow before him. In heaven and earth adore him. What a mighty God we serve.
Never give free.
What a mighty God we serve. What a mighty God we serve. When angels bow before him, in heaven and earth adore him. What a mighty God we serve. We said, what a mighty God, oh what a mighty God, oh what a mighty God we serve. What a mighty God, oh what a mighty God, oh what a mighty God we serve. What a mighty God, what a mighty God, what a mighty God we serve. What a mighty God, what a mighty God, what a mighty God we serve. Yeah, mighty God we serve. Mighty God, mighty God, mighty God we serve. Mighty God, mighty God, mighty God we serve. Mighty, 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 mighty God we serve. Mighty, 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 mighty God we serve.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sophia Ling. This is the wife of the great Lieutenant, Dr. Lieutenant Stitching. That's his lovely wife, Sophia Ling.
Big up Miss Sophia, always, man. That is it.
Hey,
if you don't take it,
let me tell you.
And I'm not to wear your size.
Hey.
We're getting mixed and show. Beep time, you know, beep time.
DJ, Dr. Long, thank you. Hey, I'm going to talk to the promoter.
Don't talk, man.
Me don't want to work with you again.
Energy.
Me don't want to work with you again because you know it already said. Dance for dance, and you're telling me something secret to it. No, me don't want to let's dance. Anyway, people, we thank you for your engagement. Continue to be engaged as we move forward.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being a wonderful guest. So as you were instructed, those of you under the tent, those of you over here, and invited to join us over here. We're going to turn the cheers that way. We're going to have a panel sitting in front with Mr. Anthony. Right here, yeah,
take it up back.
Right here, you see him, yeah, you see him, yeah, come back.
Man, say we take it back up. Say yeah, you know me not actually give no official big up. But yeah, we are at the Ranny Williams Entertainment Center Massive. No joke, no doubt. It's all about the kids.
It's going to show you.
Big up the Dr. Love, you understand?
Yeah.
So right now it's all about the kids and we're at the Ranny Williams. Fun day. Reconnecting. Big up to Mr. Rattigan and the entire crew. You understand? No joke, no doubt. The kids having a whole lot of fun. So you can forward down with the kids. The event is completely free event. about bouncy house. Everything for kids. All different size. Big up, big up, big up, big up the teacher. All different size. Kids, there's something for them. You don't know the kids' house over here as well. You know what I mean? No joke. Kids them can come on down and have fun. Completely free. Yeah, man. There's a massive tent with chairs and everything that you can come on down and sit down out of the sun so you don't have to worry while listening to some beautiful music. Loads of land space. The event not too long start so you don't know people are come out in the numbers. Land space so your kids can run up and down. Let me show you some of the goodies that is also here. Don't know. So big up Mr. Rattigan, Kevin, and the entire crew over there in America. You understand? Big up to Jeffrey from Make We Talk. No joke, no doubt. I'm just roaming a bit. Hey! Promise the people are calling me, you know what's the trouble there. Let me see if I Miss Jones.
How are you?
Art of love, man. One love, one love, one love. I wish beautiful ladies
You don't remember me. You interviewed me last year. August.
Alright, we are streaming live and show the event across the nation.
Let me say hello.
Yeah, man, say a big up, man.
Hi, everyone. We're having fun. Wish you were here with us. Bye.
That's it. You're not big up somebody. Come on, this nice beautiful
Okay,
sister.
let me big up Mr. Radigan.
Yes.
Let me big up Jeffrey Tavares.
Yes.
And everyone who is watching.
What Make We Talk crew?
That's Jeffrey Tavares. That's Make We Talk.
Oh, yeah.
So big up everybody who's streaming live for us. Mr. Radigan should be on soon. And we're having fun.
That is it, man. Art along, man.
Of course, anytime.
Appreciate you so much.
Yes.
Like how you rock 2 glass. They say when you go in the sun, you have one for the sun and one to under the shade.
That's what I'm talking
Very
about.
smart, man. I love the outfit too, man. You have a designer.
Yes.
Yeah, man, you have a designer, man. Cause me know that this thing is well put out together, man. Like they prepare you from last week. We come here. Outside, big up my friend. So what going under the tent here now? What we have here? Oh, these are all gifts for the kids? Wow.
Gifts for the kids, books and everything.
So we have books also in the box?
Yeah, man. So they're all stuff for the kids. Yeah,
wow.
Man, so everything for the kids over here.
Nice, nice, nice.
Hospitality, workers unity, union sorry. So we're here to represent the workers of Jamaica because we don't have any union for the hospitality workers. So we're here to represent. Alright, so we're coming, so look out for the NHWU. We're coming. Alright, so representing our people. Alright, remember Civics, that's why we're here too.
And does this get about Instagram? I started Instagram.
We don't have the Instagram as yet, but it's coming. One t-shirt is just at $20. You know, support the cause, definitely. Our social media and everything will be out soon.
So one of persons can email. Hospitality workers are essential workers. That is it.
Definitely. So we have representatives. So you know this is about Boston. So she did it in Boston. And now she's here to help us in Jamaica. Yes, yes. So she's back home now to do it for us. For our people, exactly.
Love it, love the initiative,
Yeah,
man. So massive, you can come on down, only $20 for the shirt, just to show your support, to support this great initiative that they are coming up with. You understand? National Hospitality Workers Union, because as she's saying, the hospitality workers don't have a union, so they are going to be having persons to support them, to have their backs, and to deal with issues that matter for them. You understand? No joke, no joke. So this is state, and there are also loads of goodies for the kids. You know what I mean? These bags are not empty. Also, these bags are filled with goodies. You know what I mean? So that everybody can get something that is super, super, super nice. You understand? And over on this side, let me see what is here. Hello and good day, good day. I'm streaming from Jamaica, walk by. Can you tell me, anyone, who can I talk about what is going on at this tent? Oh, she's not here yet. Alright, so far we're just gonna look, straighten our eyes a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm seeing, this is Nutri-Rich, green tea, I see the pink tea in the brand too as well. So there are lots of supplements, I see blood cell cleaner, and all these goodies here. I'm gonna wait, maybe circle this tent in a moment when the person who can talk to me is here. And as I can see, these look like organic products as well, because I see the soap, I know the thing, and I also see some creams and stuff for your skin, and just to keep your body in great health. Where's the fire? That is it. That's the fire looking, you know. So fire look like him see something that him want outside. Oh, you mean? Sir, so I'm going to say, even not too long, start this tent where we are. We want...
Yes, so we are
back up a little. Yeah?
We're Jamaica Beach Birthright and Environment Movement. So what we want to do is allow Jamaican citizens to be aware of the laws governing beach access, because a lot of times, especially people on road trips from Kingston to Ocheriers or Montego Bay, they go to the beach and they think that they're legally free on the beach, but no. A lot of people have been going on the beach based on the whims or the permission or basically just the open access to the beach, but legally, according to Jamaica's constitution, no citizen have unfettered rights to the beach. So Jamaica is uniquely colonial in terms of the way the world works, because this is one of the only countries, if not the only country, where people don't have a right to the beach, where a private individual can buy the land and block access from the beach. Whoa. Because all other countries see the beach and the skies as a commons, something that belongs to everybody, but not so in Jamaica, because ever since the time of slavery, the same, for the most part, the same families have owned the land adjoining the beach for the longest while, or the lands around the beach. And those laws, the law has not changed, and the access is sometimes privileged. So what we have done, we don't simply just discuss it with people. We have launched several cases in the courts to try to get back beach access rights to Jamaican citizens. We have access rights to Bob Marley Beach in St. Thomas, which that private interests want to take over and block St. Thomas people and Jamaica people at large and build large housing facilities and hotels and villas and there. So that's the plan in the pipeline that they have. But we have tried to stop them in their tracks, where citizens are organized and form groups that represent their communities and sue them in court. And usually, sometimes it's a matter of fact, when we sue, the government operates against us. When we're plaintiffs, the government find themselves as defendants. For example, in the case of the Blue Lagoon, the Jamaican National Heritage Trust, which is charged with maintaining and providing access to national monuments such as the Blue Lagoon, is working to block its citizens from the Blue Lagoon, working with private interests. So we have that case in the Blue Lagoon, we have the case in Bob Marley Beach or Bull Bay in St. Thomas, we have a case in Miami Bay Beach right now in the courts. And we have Little Duns River in the court. We're filing to get Flanker citizens access to the beach, because Flanker citizens access to the beach is now threatened by resorts that want to build oversea fixtures now, where they take not just the beach but the sea itself. So fisher folk will not be able to use the beach as well as recreational people. And people that use the beach for therapy, because sometimes the beach helps you to heal your mind and heal your body. So those are the things that we're considering now. And of course, I'll have a session where I talk a little bit more about the legal operations of the Beach Control Act and how it sets out to discriminate and privatize the beach from 3 million Jamaican citizens. So more to come as I present. Thank you.
Listen. I'm living here and I really didn't know that so much.
A lot of people don't know, and it runs across the board. When you talk to doctors, you talk to even certain lawyers, and they're not aware, because what happens, is that you see the beach and you say to yourself, of course we can go beach. But Jamaican colonists from 1956 decided that they didn't want the average black folks on the beach. A matter of fact, in slavery, they used to say these estate lands, the beach area is not for, slaves must never get to use the beach. They must never get to recreate on the beach. They must never get to lounge or have leisure or any kind of therapy on the beach. So the beach was always left as an exclusive spot to basically make it exclusive and exclude others and be coded as a wealth generating function to build hotels and villas. So and we call that enclosures. Basically, anywhere you see they put up a fake fence and privatize, they would enclose it. But in Jamaica, they've taken it so far where they don't build fences. We have 12-foot walls in St. Anne. You drive in Portland. I don't know when there's the last time. Anybody go to Portland, you realize that there's a lot of walls blocking off the beach. You can only see the beach from in the hills or via drones or via pictures. So that's an ongoing colonial practice which Jamaica has been intensifying, and we intend to stop that in its tracks because it's really negatively affecting Jamaicans. As a matter of fact, if you think about it, it's thousands and thousands of people affected in terms of their profits because there have been lots of fishermen that have been marginalized. You have fishermen coming from St. Anne going all the way to the Pedro Keys because they can't use the coastline that they grew up on. Right? For example, I am a beach person. I was raised where I walk to the beach. There is absolutely no beach that I can walk to in St. Anne. I'm from the North Coast, Cleartown. So that's the epicenter where it started. There were large protests in 2020. But they brought in the police and the military and shut us down, and there was a threat of state violence because there was a lot of guns and all of those things that drawn. As a matter of fact, when we go to Portland to protest, we see police lined up, masked and everything, and they have machine guns waiting for us. So so we see where there are arguments or presentations that Blue Lagoon is free, which is totally not true. If Blue Lagoon was free for the citizens, we would not have a legitimate case in the court right now where the trial, the next mention is set for October. It's last week that we went to court for Blue Lagoon, right? And they continue. They've been set. A matter of fact, if you think about it, less than 1% of Jamaica's beaches is accessible to Jamaicans right now. 99% of the coastline is gone by law, and we want to have a constitutional change because if you notice the year, this is 1956. This is post-independence. So the colonizers coded law to prevent us having leisure and having fun and having the therapy and economic benefits of the beach. So it's a very racist law, it's very anti-black law, and we want to get rid of that. We want to make people aware because we find that a lot of people are not aware. And really and truly, opportunities really come through the coastline. It's really through the coastline that they come because Jamaica is a tourism industry. And with the $4.3 billion reported in US dollars, reported in profits last year, which is regarded to be around 25% of Jamaica's GDP, more than 80% of that profit is expropriated back to foreign lands. So Jamaica is not a country where we tax and gain those benefits. It's private individuals paying us pennies on the dollar. A matter of fact, Jamaica, among the other Caribbean countries, has the lowest pay rate at $2.50 to $4.50 per hour. Those things are unheard of in places like Barbados, and Jamaica benefits more with large sums of large profits than many other Caribbean countries. A matter of fact, we've gotten so bad in our discriminatory efforts that other economic interests and private interests are looking at Jamaica, looking how Jamaica discriminates against their people and trying to bring that to the islands. So we are now in the position where we could bring back, be a backward model to suppress and discriminate against our fellow Caribbean brothers and sisters. So we're a bad example in so many ways.
Yo, listen, man, I'm telling you, you have so much. I'm just here silent, let person.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot that people have to digest. But this is basically where Jamaica is at. And if you, I don't know when was the last time you come to St. Anne and see the bragging, but what is happening is that we have what we call what they call it also too, gentrification. Now, what is gentrification? Gentrification is basically an idea that there are some people that have more money and wherewithal and they deserve to get certain ideal spaces to build homes. Now, those of us who are born in St. Anne, or if you're born in St. James and Montego Bay and the beach, the government policy at this time is to gentrify you, push you away from the beach and give it to private, richer interests for them to get the beach, because the idea is that they will generate more funds and they are, and as a matter of colonial legacy, they are, in their eyes, are more deserving. So there's a lot going on. So people losing their recreational space, people losing the therapeutic and spiritual space that they get, people losing the land, people losing the economic opportunity, and people losing housing opportunity. And efforts are trained away from the ordinary folk to support those few people who are building luxury homes. Because let's face it, these are luxury homes. These homes often start at $450,000 US per house at starter prices, and they're basically running up from 80 million to 100 million. A matter of fact, at Runaway Bay, you have houses and homes that start at 1.5 million US dollars.
1.5 million.
1.5 million US dollars for those beach homes. And I'm telling you from experience, those beach homes are beaches which I used to go, but there are no signs and security that say you can't go there anymore. So every day we see another beach development and it looks good, but what it is a deprivation of the Jamaican people. It's privating us, it's privation for us, and it's a violent, basically a violent disposition and displacement of the citizen. And it's making people miserable, it's making people more broke, it's causing so much problems. As a matter of fact, it's not just people who use the beach. When you go to Ocho or you go to Montego Bay, the craft park people are being marginalized as well by what we call inbound shops and the other hotels and all of that, and the other well-established, rich, powerful beach attractions. So thousands and thousands of people. So it's not just fishermen and craft market people. Lately, it's been the Juta tours. Now, Juta tours, if you think about who's a Juta tour operator, a Juta tour operator in St. Anne, and I think many other places, especially in Montego Bay, is somebody who started out young in the tourism industry. A lot of them used to work on ships and they save the money and they buy tour buses. And for the last 20 years or 15 years, it was quite, a matter of fact, from I was in high school, so that's from the 90s, 25 years, and in the 80s before me, 40 years of good living has gone down the drain and has now been confiscated because big powerful interests are now taking over the Juta tours. So the problem is the current situation, the current political and governmental situation has no interest for the poor person, has no interest for the middle class. So everybody, they want to be serfs and be dependent. So they don't want any entrepreneurs, any small entrepreneurs anymore. It's just to build big hotels and guest houses and to marginalize the fisherman, the craft market person, the ordinary person that uses the beach, the Juta person, just marginalize the masses of Jamaican people and to gentrify and dispossess us. And we think that's a problem.
We really need to sit down and talk on this.
Yeah, man.
Thank you so much for this information. What's your name?
Damian Coombs. I'm the outreach director for community engagement for Jabem. I'm going to give you some of our flyers. I'll pass on.
All right. Trust me. He has so much to say, and based on how he's talking so fluently, meaning every one of these things is actually pitching off his head because there's so much to say. Oh yes, but massive. We are here at the Ranny Williams Entertainment Center. Free fun day for the kids and adults. You can come on down to. You understand? We're gonna have. There has been live stage show going on from earlier on. Later on, you're going to be even more artists to pass through. And yes, so you can definitely come on down with your kids and just to get them some bunks and make them play, make them have some fun. You understand? And I must say again, big up to Mr. Rattigan over there in America. You understand? Kevin and all of the massive there, you know what I mean? So reason with Rattigan, big up every time, no joke, no doubt. See? Also, big up to Mr. Jeffrey, make we talk. You understand? Also, you can come on down, get your juices, get your nice beverages. You understand? Here for sale, blessings, heart of love. You understand? From Pepsi to Bigger, to D&G products, you name it, they are all here. We have some hot and we have some cold based on your likings. See? And you don't know, over here as well, ambulance on site, just in case of anything, or if anything should go wrong, and also people will be here too. You don't know.
But for the most part,
make sure that everybody is okay. You don't know, you have also your portable bathrooms and stuff, so there's nothing to worry about when it comes on to using the bathroom or the rest area. You understand? So it's early and we are here, so you still have a lot of time to come on down and to enjoy this beautiful event and to learn a lot about your country. Jamaica, see?
To be here, but
yes,
that's fine. I'm also the president of a not-for-profit called Free Spirit Outreach. We're here. My team is here in Jamaica. Right now we just clear a whole bunch of things I just mentioned earlier. We gave 5 hospital beds to the University of West Indies Hospital. We're giving away over 500 backpacks and books to. Thank you. See, that's a promo to public. Anybody clap? Now watch how we clap it up. Yes, my girl, I'm a #1 fan. Them on the clap. Can we have the ticket them right there? So it's a bloody, yeah, my #1 star, girl. I got you. But anyways, so you know we've been doing a lot because we want to give back. Because yes, our neighbors string cut. and we want to give back. Because a lot of us have acquired a lot of skills and experience in the overseas, and we want to bring back that to help to enrich our country. And I like what has been happening in Jamaica. We are trying, but we have to go harder. But one thing we're missing out on is the education of the youth. Because I tell you that when we ask them about Jamaica and civics, and they put on some shame, because you wonder, you can't be so interested in certain type of education, math, English, and science. Because STEM is good, but you have to remember, be patriotic, focus on civics. Who are we as a people? Final point before we go deeper in the discussion. One of the things that hurts me the most is that we're not putting ourselves in the position to be sovereign. Think about it. Almost everything that we consume in Jamaica, we have to buy it from a store, and it comes to the country from a container, from China or some other country. We import more than we export, and that's a problem. When Trump say America first, Jamaica should also say Jamaica first. Where is our manufacturing industries? And that's one of the things I want to be here to help start a factory soon, because we want to hire people, we want to get people working, we want to build Jamaica and make Jamaica great. Can I say again? Jamaica's still great, but we're making it greater. Alright? So we want to make, because at Jamaica first we say. And no matter what nobody wants to say, a lot of people say, for them country first. But guess what? We don't know where we can go, but yes, sir. And if they decide anybody born in Jamaica must go back, whether they have citizenship or not, guess where we have to come back? Right, yes, sir. Alright? So we say, let's get the Constitution to the place where Jamaica can come back. Now, we have Sabrina here. She's a law student, and she's trying to focus on trying to get the knowledge out with her generation. And that is important, because we need legal minds, we need people who are focused on building and can apply law. Because when I was in law enforcement, I used to be a police here in Jamaica. And I remember one of the things when I was a Babylon, sorry officer, but when I was a Babylon, I remember specifically, somebody have more power and authority over people out there. Because, not because me see him did red, but because me know something about the law where the average man on the road never know. You tell the truth, me know the law, I was superior, and that is what happened. It's by the churches, because they are the ones who coin the laws, they're the ones who really, you see, we have three branches of the government, right? We have to talk about the legislative, which are the politicians, and then we have the judiciary, which are the people who enforce what the politicians they put in. So the politicians are very important, So the man said, we don't vote because we don't deal with politics, so the whole of them are the same. Let's be the people that want to vote for the 30% and the 25% of people who vote, and I choose the people that will make laws that will still affect you, whether you believe you want to vote or not. So that's why it's important that you understand that even though you say you're not vote for the wicked thief and politicians, because all of them are thief and this and that and that. But guess who have formed the laws then? And them same one. And them same one create policies that affect you. They are negotiating terms with China, and we call it economic colonization. Well, the president called it, so no that fella me, because my background. I mean, walk alone. Alright? But certain things me can say and get to it, but certain things enough to say, because we can protect on ourselves. But anyway, I will tell you this. We have these branches of government. The three branches are the executive, the judiciary, and the legislative, and we need to understand the role you play. So that's why we not vote, because politicians them are thief and the whole of them are the same, because they are the ones that are going to pass rules, so that civics come out of school and kids will learn these things, because they want them good pants them and prep and all the different type of things. Now, I'm going to pass it over to Sabrina. She's going to talk a little bit about some of these things as it relates to the Constitution, things that she understands as a university student, and how, as a young person, she wants you to understand where her generation is planning to take Jamaica in the future. Ms. Barnes?
Alrighty, good afternoon again, everyone. So we're having a little civics conversation, and before I delve into the knowledge and the boring stuff really, what I really want to resonate with you is that the power of the people is more important than the people in power. And I'm going to repeat that again so you can understand what I'm about to say. The power of the people of Jamaica is way more important than the people in power. Now, you just made mention of knowledge and constitutional reform and things that we're supposed to know as Jamaican people. But if you understand that as Jamaican people we don't have this knowledge, then that's why we don't have the power that we have. So it's really important, and I must give my commendations for us having this as an educative conversation, because the thing about it is that our young people, we are the future, and if we don't have any knowledge, then we're just going to be a next generation of puppets for our country. As Jamaican people, we are owners of our country. We put our political representatives in power, so we own them. We are the ones that are supposed to put to them the things that we want in place, because Jamaica is ours. We all have some ownership for our country. So before we get into the conversation, I want us to put that into perspective so we know that we're owners. We have power just as much as they do, and we're supposed to be open to these discussions, open to having knowledge about our constitution. So, the nice gentleman beside me would have given you a little breakdown about constitution being the supreme law of the land, and it would have given you some insight as how the people of Jamaica can be sovereign. So we're moving from a sovereign head, a head of state who's a queen, now we have a king, and we have a governor general who is supposed to represent that figurehead. We have a prime minister, and now Jamaica wants to be a little bit different. We want to become a republic, we want to be free, we want to cut all the ties from England, and we want our Jamaican people to feel like we're owners, we're sovereign. But if this process is not done, including the Jamaican people, then we're just going to rewrite the same thing that we had before. So I'm really glad that we have Jamaican people stepping up and trying to rewrite the constitution that mimics our livelihood. When he talks about employment a while ago and having negotiations, he's telling you that you as Jamaican people have a voice in whatever you want to achieve. And things like that are really impactful for our country. Now, as a law student, I think that the constitutional reform process is not as inclusive as it should be. As Jamaican people, I think my little brother that's 12 does not know what the Constitution is. And why? Because we don't learn civics in school. And on a day like today, when we're supposed to be celebrating Jamaican heritage and who you are as a Jamaican, if our children don't know the national emblems, don't know the specific dates that are very symbolic to our future, it tells a lot about the lack of knowledge our children have. And that's also going back to the constitutional reform information, because I think we should have engraved in our constitution the right to education of our heritage, the right to education of our culture, because I think Marcus Garvey says that people without knowledge of their past history, origin and culture is like a tree without roots. We don't want to have rootless children, and because of that, we need to empower our children. So I'm seeing the parents here. No matter how mature you see me talking, I'm a child too. I'm just 19, I don't reach 28. So I want you to understand that knowledge is power. It's very impactful when you can sit down with your children, your grandchildren, your nieces, your nephews, people. We don't have a village anymore. When I was growing up and I was a little bit younger, a community raised me. I had aunties and uncles in the community. Now that you see how our country is running, we need back that village. And that village needs to be educating our children. So as a University of West Indies law student, I'm not just focused on the law, because trust me, if I should talk about it today, we're going to talk about some big word we probably don't know, something with me that we still don't study if you come tell you about. But today I'm really here on one mandate, to empower you to educate. Because the thing about it is that I can tell you so much and no more. By you reach home, you drink like a tea, you got your bed, your belch, you wake up tomorrow and remember nothing I said. So if one thing should resonate with you this afternoon at Sabrina Barnes told you is that your children need to be educated when it comes to the Jamaican culture, heritage, constitution, everything that has to do with our Jamaican culture. They should know. As a budding attorney, I feel like I had to know all of these things to get them the books. I had to read all the books. I don't think we're gifting our children books anymore. So I think that we need to start with that. I know we're in a technological era. We have ChatGPT, we have Google, we have all the social media apps. But just like how them can dance the TikTok dances, I know all of them can recite 2 quotes out of 2 books. Right? Are people still hearing me? I just want to ensure I'm not talking to the air. But I'm really excited to be here. I'm really looking forward to the rich discussion. As I said before, I'm not here to talk about the long law. I'm really here to ensure that you understand why we're doing this and why the Constitution is so important. Because if you realize, even in current affairs, there's so much power that is centralized in our Prime Minister that there is an abuse of power. And because of that abuse of power, because we Jamaican people don't really know what on, we don't know the big word, when you hear FID appointment, when you hear CID, you don't know what is going on. You just have to say, okay. And we live in a country that is so tribal when it comes to politics. It's either green or orange. And if you never choose green, you choose orange. And if you never choose orange, if someone never give one black drum or give $5,000 figure votes, you really never go there to vote. Now the power is in our hands. You have the right to vote, and this time around we're voting because we understand that we need a change in our country. We're not voting for color because color can't help we. We're voting for our children's future. So we need to start thinking critically when it comes to our country and stop saying, oh, the politics are in our business. Well, we have to start business now. Because I think 9 years ago, the same government that we have in power now has been in government for 9 years, and all of us has not realized that. Between 2016 and now, a party has raised 5 times. So you can test the economy. If you want to know anything, check the price of a patty. In 2016, a patty was $180, a patty is $400 now. Is this the Jamaica that you want your children to stay in? All of our children are leaving. And when they're leaving, half of them are not like our forefathers in the diaspora who are contributing back. A lot of them are going to leave and better their families. So today, in the discussion, I want you to be open-minded. I don't want to close off the discussion because you hear about politics and you're coming for fun day, you're coming for have a nice time. You can have a little bit of entertainment today. So you can have a little fun, you can do a little bubbling, but you can learn something before you leave, okay? Alright.
Yes, Mr. President. Mr. President. Yes. The meeting. The majesty.
Majesty. Okay, we'll come back to that shortly. Alright, so let's move the discussion along. So, one of the things about the Constitution that is critical, we are on the cusp right now of changing to become a republic. Let me ask you guys a question. And in fact, what does that mean? Because one of the things that we are asking for is to the elected officials to come around in communities and do something like this, where you meet the people and just you try to fool them up. You try to come out, play little music, give them little food, and then talk 2 words and blow some little horn with them. Vuvuzela. Africa I come from, right? Yeah. They just blow it and make pay nice and beat back cover, and then they say, yeah man, they think it's not terrible, it's a political campaign, and then they're gone. And then when I ask you now, what does it mean? What will it mean to be a republic? Because part of some of what you're doing as it relates to becoming a republic is not having your best interests. It's the same set of guys them want to consolidate power to themselves. So them say, alright, here we're going to do. What are we there already? You know, we control the thing. The people don't know what go on. The rich people up on the hillside, they never play the game with it. They never touch with them riches and they don't care what they're at that. As long as them company and make money and them kids at a foreign university. Them good, right? But me and you, we live on the flats and in the bush and up in the hills and in some valley, and we are trying. And that's how we know, and that's how we are trying there. What do you know about Jamaica becoming a republic? What does it mean? What will it mean for you? And what will the structure of the government be? And that is the problem, because they want to keep the same concept. So the people who are in power now want to have majority stake. When they switch over the constitution, and in the opposition, the same, literally the same thing that they have going. And that is where Kocho and others are saying, no, let us look at the model of other republics. We have people we can look at. Because there is a little bit of knowledge. There is something that happened before 1962 called the West Indies Federation. The West Indies Federation is something that we never taught in school. They never really focused on none of that because nobody talked about it. Because when the entire Caribbean was, run by the Europeans and we were colonies, right before quote-unquote independence, Jamaica and all of the other Caribbean countries came together and they started a group, the West Indies Federation. And that federation, they had a prime minister, they had their offices, and they were trying to succeed from the crown, meaning England, and those who were in the Commonwealth, in fact, not the other French or other British, but once they were British, they were from the Commonwealth. They wanted to succeed as one country. So just like how the Bahamas have multiple islands, but it is one country, so the entire Caribbean would have been one country. So, whether you're a student of history or not, Jamaica and Trinidad, which both got independence in 62, they torpedoed it. Some people say no, and them they do it and whatever. Because the interior, the people on the inside of Jamaica and Trinidad, they felt as if because, they didn't want to take on certain responsibilities. Plus there were some competing interests about not involving the rest of the Caribbean and then mash up the whole thing. So now, sometimes the Caribbean country neighbors, we don't even know them. We call them small island, we call them all different type of names. And we look down on them, but they all came in the same struggle. Just for them both stop over there and full fearings both to stop here, so right? So we're one. So here's the deal. When we sailed, and we got independence in 62, we were just taking on the Westminster model in terms of the Constitution. So this Westminster model is the same thing that has been running the country. But we have a lot of examples of republic. Other Caribbean countries who have turned into republic. We have the Ethiopian Constitution. And we have many other biblical principles that we've seen work in a lot of nations that can really enhance Jamaica and bring us back to the place. So when I ask you, when I talk about republic, what does that mean for you? Do you know? Kocho, as it relates to the republic and the Constitution, what are some of the fundamental changes from this current model that is important? Give me the mic for me, Jamaica. What are some of the important and fundamental changes that must be done to make Jamaica and make this republic the envy?
All right. I've been making some notes here. And the first thing about this document is that it gives the sovereignty of the country to the citizens of the country. You see this chart here at the bottom? The map of Jamaica marks citizens of Jamaica. Citizens of Jamaica. That shows that the people own the country, nobody else. And we vote directly, nationally, for our Prime Minister and our Deputy Prime Minister. And then we vote in 125 constituencies for the representatives of the members of the House of Representatives and 43 senators in the counties, the 3 counties. So we were by proportion there. As long as there are at least 2 senators for each parish. So the first thing is, the sovereignty goes to the people of Jamaica. The separation of powers, he mentioned. The Prime Minister and the Deputy Prime Minister are members of the office of the Prime Minister. The other 9 ministries have their own minister and deputy minister, whom the prime minister alone appoints. However, the 10 members of the Senate or of the House of Representatives, the Parliament, that's the legislature, they can petition the Supreme Court to remove any of those ministers if there is a fault with them. Like, they're not declaring their assets, they are questionable in other things, they are brutalizing people down there, stealing. They can be removed and the Prime Minister appoint somebody else. Alright? The Prime Minister and the Deputy Prime Minister, the Prime Minister really sits with the Council of Ministers and decide laws to make the country better. Then they submit it to the legislature, Senate and the House of Representatives. Those are the people who vote. The Prime Minister and the Deputy Prime Minister can't vote to make those things become law. The legislature, this is saying, or rather the judiciary, it says here that the judiciary, the courts, should function without any interference from the Prime Minister or the Parliament. Alright? That is all here in this document. Article 68A. The Supreme Court, as the highest court in Jamaica, shall be managed solely by the office of the Chief Justice without interference from the Prime Minister or the Parliament. So that's a separation of power.
All right, we will take a break right here. Just gonna refresh myself. I've been streaming for 2 hours, so I will be right back shortly. So we can go for another live stream feed. And as I said, the initiative is for educational purposes. You can come on down here and
Ministry of Trade and Industry, it's mandated the Ministry, the Industry of Renewable Energy.
So you can bring your kids down, get some knowledge in your head, and have some fun with your kids, because this is a great initiative. And for persons who are saying that Jamaica walked by gone into politics, I did not know that streaming a fun day and learning about our Jamaican culture and where Jamaica is coming from and where it is going is being a part of politics. So if that's how you feel about Jamaica, because the channel is called Jamaica Walk By. I walk by any event, you understand? Once it has something to do with Jamaicans and our well-being, of having fun, where we live, where we tend to go, because at the end of the day, I have a child and I'm a father. You understand? So I want a better Jamaica for my kids. And it doesn't have to do with green, or it doesn't have to do with orange. It's about being better as a country. You understand? With all of us. You understand? As I can see, I'm a father, my child is here. I came to have fun, showcase this beautiful event and initiative to all my Jamaicans and persons around the world who wants to see it. You understand? So if that is being a part of politics, I'm not sure where you are. You're really at the back of the class. So there are still time you can come on down with your kids, a fully free event. Come and let your children bunk, get your nice beverages and stuff like that. And yeah, I will be back shortly for another live stream. But for now, I'll be taking a break and to refresh myself. And you understand, I've been standing up and holding this camera for 2 hours. So blessed love, and we will be right back. Big up to Mr. Jeffrey and Make We Talk, and also Mr. Rattigan, Breeze with Rattigan as well, and Kevin and the entire crew over there in America. Blessings and respect, art and love. We'll be back.
Ministry of Tourism released a document